My name is George Avon. I am an artist and an organiser. I co-run an art collective called Dirty Spread and have an event series called Tea for Tea. I started Tea for Tea by myself as well, which is an event series that I made to platform trans creatives, and all the profits go to gender-affirming surgeries. I just really wanted a way to give to the community. I think because of how wonderful people had been with me when I started my GoFundMe. So I've noticed in my own GoFundMe and a lot of other people's that after that first rush, you don't get any money. So you're just kind of stuck. And with the event series, it means that every event, a large sum of money can go to a few different people's GoFundMes. I've been prevented from getting treatment in many, many ways. One being that, there's a very limited number of gender clinics in the UK, and the one that's closest to Bristol is the most oversubscribed. The waiting list is ridiculous, but the waiting list for all gender clinics is ridiculous, which is the problem because lack of funding in them. Trying to access help through my GP has been impossible. I'd heard before about people maybe getting bridging prescriptions and blood tests through the GP, even if you do get hormones DIY, and that just actually isn't the reality. I've tried to get just blood tests through them, and without a note from a private or non-private gender clinic, you can't do that. And they tried to put me on antidepressants instead, and said that I wasn't trans, I'm just depressed. I'm gonna have to go private, which is so much money, £7,000 to £10,000 for just the surgery, and then it's a long recovery time, which I'd have to take off work, and I completely support myself. So I started the GoFundMe for my top surgery before I looked into hormones, because I don't know why actually. I think it's because I know it's a larger sum of money, and I needed to really get on that if I think I'll ever get enough money in the next 10 years. For me, getting top surgery would completely change my life, because I would be who I am inside. I could actually be that person. Just being on hormones, I've been on hormones for 3 months now, and just the subtle changes in my face and my voice and my arms and shoulders, just seeing those things, I look in the mirror and I'm happy. I don't feel weird. I don't feel like I'm looking at someone who isn't me, which is something that I've always felt. And I didn't realise that was linked to transness, because I didn't know what transness was. But since I've been a child, I've always looked in the mirror and not really understood who I was. I don't know if that's something that maybe just kids do anyway, but it feels quite trans. Yeah, it's so important, and I can't understand how people would think that this isn't important, because why are we all risking our lives, giving our lives just to get these surgeries and help other people get these surgeries if it wasn't so important? I feel gender euphoria in the changes that have happened since I've started hormones, where I can look at my arms or my shoulders and notice the little changes in them, just the way that your muscles work differently and it's distributed in a different way. How much I feel at home in those bits of my body is a better way of describing it than how I don't like other bits, because I don't, but I don't feel there's much point dwelling on them, especially when they still exist on me. When I first moved to Bristol, I think I first heard the language around being non-binary, and I learned more about transness, and I don't think I'd ever really known anything about it before then. I'm from a very small town that's very conservative, and there's not much going on there. And I just like, I wouldn't have had the language to be able to express that I'm non-binary until I moved to Bristol in 2018. And I think it's something that I was always very aware of. I kind of always felt, though when I look back I can see that it was quite obvious, but I just would have never known because I didn't know what it was, which is why it's so important for, you know, young people to have this language and have these discussions, because otherwise you've no idea how to like help yourself if you can't even identify what it is inside you that, you know, needs to be expressed.